both teams having qualified in Group B ahead of the luckless Paraguayans. You see the Group B table here. Brazil unable to make it to Colombia for game day 5 and 6 action, but they have already qualified with a 4-0 record. Uruguay 3-2, Panama 2-2. The top 3 teams advance to the AmeriCup finals next September. And Panama and Uruguay now battling each other to improve their FIBA World Ranking and hopefully improve their seeding at the finals next year. Uruguay getting a great debut performance yesterday from Agustin Ubal, their 6'6", 17-year-old who plays with the Barcelona youth team in Spain. 20 points in 20 minutes, largely thanks to 14 of 15 free throw shooting. More about Ubal later. Some of their other stars in the lineup today: Marcos Cabot, Federico Haller, Emiliano Ceres, and Kirill Waxman. Uruguay, historically a very, very good basketballing country. Twice Olympic bronze medal winners back in 1952 and 1956. As for Panama, their last real taste of international basketball at the World Cup in 2006 in Japan. They finished 0-5 then, but some reasonable players and names in this squad who may cause a splash next September in the AmeriCup finals. Trevor Gaskins, the only of the 2 Gaskins brothers in the team here in Colombia this week. Tyler Gaskins did not make the trip, but Trevor is here. Ernesto Ogilvy, their captain, one of the many players with Caballos de Coclé in Panama. Tony Bishop Jr. plays his club basketball in Romania with BCMU Pitești, former G League player, now underneath the Puerto Rican coach, Flor Melendez Montañez. We'll pause now for the 2 national anthems of these 2 Latin American countries.
A continuación, escucharemos las notas del himno nacional de Panamá.
So both national anthems played out here in the Coliseo Evangelista Mora. Wanted a second run at that name of the arena here in Cali. Normally a capacity of 3,340 fans. This building opened all the way back in 1954. No fans here, unfortunately, thanks to the COVID protocol situation in Colombia and around the world. As you see our refereeing crew for this game today, Leandro Lescano, the crew chief from Argentina, Daniel Garcia Nieves from Venezuela, and Rodrigo Mejia Mesa from Colombia. Josimar Ayarza, another one of the Caballos de Coclé players in the Panama squad today, as we take a look at the final warm-ups. And now the Uruguayan starting lineups. Rodriguez, Cabot, Haller, Ceres, and Waxman, the first five onto the court. For Ruben Magnano, the Argentinian head coach of Uruguay, 66 years of age, former Argentinian head coach himself, led Argentina to the gold medal at the 2004 Olympics. And he has great strength in depth in this Uruguayan squad. When these two teams faced off against each other back in November, Uruguay had 32 bench points against only 14 from outside the Panamanian starting five. That proved the difference in a 74-67 Uruguayan victory. But for Panama, it's Gaskins, Ayarza, Ogilvy, Lloreda, and Daniel Giron. Jose Jaime Lloreda, former standout at Louisiana State University in the USA, second team All-SEC back in 2004. He's 40 years of age now, but he and Michael Hicks among those players recalled to the Panamanian squad by Flor Melendez Montañez. Michael Hicks will turn 45 years of age in August, but he's here still playing domestically with Caballos de Coclé and helping out in the absence of some players like Akil Mitchell, the former All-ACC player at the University of Virginia. Javier Carter not here as well. He's playing his basketball in Japan. Couldn't make the trip all the way to Colombia. Mitchell, by the way, one of the players based in Israel who has not been allowed to travel outside of the country. Israel following very tight COVID protocols, helping to keep the spread of the disease down, or the virus, I should say. St. Cyril Waxman getting ready to take the court. Uruguay having won yesterday against Paraguay, beg your pardon. Uruguay playing their last game in the qualifiers here today. Panama still with one game to be rescheduled, the one that they were supposed to play yesterday against Brazil. But there is some question as to whether or not the unplayed games in AmeriCup qualifying will need to go ahead. We'd like all the games to be played for balance, if nothing else, but 11 of the 12 teams have already been confirmed at the AmeriCup finals. If you assume that Cuba can play their last three games, they would have the tie-breaking advantage against the Virgin Islands in their group. I think that's the only borderline case yet to be fully confirmed by FIBA. Here in Colombia this evening, either Chile or Colombia will qualify as the final club through to the finals next year. Colombia has to outperform Chile. If they beat Argentina and Chile lose to Venezuela, then Colombia would go through. Otherwise, Chile would reach the finals for their first time in history. Apologies, we're having a few difficulties with the early transmission here from Cali, but hope you'll stick with us here, as should be a very closely matched contest between these two sides. Uruguay ranked 43rd in the world, Panama 47th. And We are just about ready for the opening tip. It's won by Uruguay, back to Rodriguez. So La Choruas get the first offensive possession. Not the easiest uniform numbers to read and follow, but Waxman it was outside. Cabot along far side. Tough shot from the corner with the shot clock ticking down. A rebound grabbed by Ayarza for Panama. Up top, Lloreda. Gaskins to Ayarza. Backing in, the turnaround from Ogilvie not in. And some contact underneath. Rodriguez missing the first shot of the game for Uruguay. Ogilvie missing as well, and the foul called against Jaime Lloreda. Jose in the box score, but he tends to go by Jaime. As a drive, a nice kick out near side. Cerez for three, misses. Good work there by Cabot to generate the shot opportunity, but it didn't go down from Emiliano Cerez. Cerez, the Obras Sanitarias player in Liga A in Argentina. As Ayarza over to Lloreda, good backdoor cut and the reverse layup, pretty as a picture from Gaskins. So Panama opening the scoring. First of the 3 games here in this building in Cali. Driving the paint and one chance for Rodriguez. Joaquin Rodriguez, like Cerez, plays for Obras Sanitarias, the 6th place team in the Argentinian Liga A. And the 21-year-old guard scooting to the hoop. Yet to reach double figures in a Uruguayan shirt. Had 9 points against Paraguay on the 27th of November. Can't get the free throw to go, though, and so we remain tied up at 2 apiece. Lloreda back to Gaskins. Off the screen, Giron dropping in for Ogilvie into the paint, but kicks. 3 on the shot clock. Tough shot it is. Put back, it's off the rim. It goes out, and not a shot clock violation. I think it really should be Panama's ball. And in fact, it will be. That has been confirmed. So the Ogilvie couldn't finish at the rim, able to recycle the shot clock, and Panama retains possession. 3-point look from Giron is no good. Good position under the rim, though, by Lloreda to claim the offensive board. And an issue. I think the shot clock might have, the clock might have been turned off above that basket, so just sort that out. A few gremlins in the machine here. This 2:30 p.m. local time starts. Ruben Magnano. Few complaints from him in the early going. The 2000 Argentinian Coach of the Year back with Boca Juniors. Coach of Uruguay since 2018. Had 6 years with Brazil before that. Clock has been sorted out, so we can get back underway with Gaskins looking for someone to pass to. 5-second call whistled. So Gaskins, one of the Argentinian-based players in this game, the only one from Panama. He plays with Quimsa, the leading team in Liga A. Uruguay with Holler for 3. Off the front rim, but it goes down kindly. So Federico Haller on the score sheet. The Malvin player in Uruguay, club basketball. It's Gaskins, dribble drive, but loses possession. Knocked away, and good transition pass to set up a missed layup. Not converted by Ceres, but he will go to the line. Shoot a couple of free throws as Josimar Ayarza picks up the personal. Ceres, a 79% free throw shooter this year in Argentinian league play. 33 games for Obras Sanitarias, but yet to start for the club this season, averaging just over 7 points per game. Gets both of these free throws, and Uruguay on a 7-0 run. Still in the early stages here in the Coliseo Evangelista Mora. Near corner, Ayarza for three. No. Rebound again. Uruguay in transition quickly. This is Rodriguez. Forced away from the basket. Ceres. Three-point look there. Swish. That's Haller again. Set up by Waxman. A 10-point run now for Uruguay. In the late game last night, Argentina started with a 28-4 run in their game against Chile. But here, Lloreda determined to not let that sort of lead spring up for the team in light blue. Haller, not historically the best three-point shooter, but he has shown some good form in the early going here. 2 for 2 from outside the arc. Shot clock back to 14. Gaskins will take it along the near sideline. Good look far side. It's going to be a 2-point bucket if it goes, but it doesn't. Shot missed by Ogilvy. Cabot, open look for him for three. Rattles out. Rebound Gaskins. Panama needs a good offensive possession here. Gaskins. Floater missed. The rebound up and in by Lloreda, and that was much needed. (10-4), approaching the halfway mark of this first quarter. Inside, Waxman. Ogilvy, good defending, but a very casual scoop by Haller, and he is very much feeling it. 8 points of the 16 scored between the two teams in this game thus far. Gaskins. Tough attempt there by Ayarza, but he draws contact, and a bit of a bailout on a static possession otherwise, as you see Haller, the swiftness of the motion, almost a set shot. But if it works, it works, and Haller very much leading the early scoring way here. Ayarza, a decent free throw shooter, had 24 points between the two games against Paraguay last February to open the group for Panama. And it will be on the back of those two games that Panama will have qualified for the finals, regardless of the result here today. Ayarza makes the second. He comes out, and Tony Bishop Jr. checks in, former G League player in America. 92 games played between 2013 and 2015. Rodriguez beating the trap and strong with the right-handed finish. Nice burst of speed there from Joaquin Rodriguez. Inside, good bucket there for Michael Hicks. The 44-year-old into the contest for the first time. He played in the World Cup all the way back in 2006 for Panama. Here he is now as Rodriguez for three. Yes! More hot shooting from Uruguay. They are 6 of 9 from the field thus far in the game. An offensive foul called on Hicks, jockeying for position just outside the paint. As you look at this coast-to-coast move by Rodriguez again. Off the window and down. And then the spot-up three-pointer. Off the pass from Marcos Cabot. Uruguay trailed for much of their game yesterday against Paraguay. It took them a while to find the smelling salts. They trailed 46-38 at halftime in that game. But off to a much faster start today as that shot at the shot clock buzzer airballed by Waxman. Three-pointer from Gaskins off the mark. And another foul underneath against Panama, this time Ogilvy. Uruguay very quickly approaching the penalty here. As Lloreda I think he's taking a seat, but I think a little bit of confusion after the whistle there. Again, a few ghosts in the machine early here in Cali, as you see it's Waxman to the free throw line and barely grazing the front rim. It's not a technical foul or an unsportsmanlike foul, just the two free throws with Panamanians off to the side for the first of them. Waxman misses them both. And a reprieve really for Panama there. These two teams both having committed a lot of fouls in the AmeriCup qualifying process thus far. So that drive rolls around and out. Unlucky from Bishop. No look pass to the corner in Metzger, but his three-point effort is short. Good rebound taken down by Tony Bishop Jr. So that running left-hander in for Gaskins. So Gaskins with 4 points now. Uruguayan lead is 8, but it could increase here with another foul on the floor. So Panama averaging 24 fouls per game, and Uruguay just over 25 in their qualifying campaign thus far. So we should expect to see a lot of this, a lot of players going to the free throw line from both teams. And here it's the 17-year-old Agustin Ubal. As I mentioned yesterday against Paraguay, 14 of 15 from the free throw line. 20 points and 3 assists for the 6'5" teenager. Ubal was second in scoring at the 2019 Under-16 World Cup, averaging over 19 points a game. The Montevideo native. Very bright prospect for the future. You're going to hear a lot about him in years to come, if not already. His international debut yesterday, and now see that free throw shooting form again. Young kid with a lot of room to grow, and when you can shoot free throws this well, this young, very promising sign as the career goes along. Thought we might have had a lane violation there, but play will continue with both free throws counting for Ubal. Gaskins inside Ogilvy. Panama trying to generate some perimeter movement, and that's a good look, but missed. But this time underneath, it's Rodriguez pushing Hicks rather than the other way around. Fourth team foul against Uruguay in this first quarter. So Hicks will wait for Bishop to inbound from nearly underneath the Uruguayan basket. Tough one-hander from Adalberto Rojas, making his international debut here today. First shot fails to go. Good passing, finding Cerez in the corner for three. Emiliano Cerez, 5 points now in the first quarter for him, and a timeout taken by Team Panama. The Uruguayan lead is 13.
El problema es defensiva. Estamos todos atrás, todo el mundo atrás. Igual, cuando ellos van a llevar la bola, ¿qué están haciendo? ¿Nos están atacando? Pues hay que contener en defensa. En ofensiva, tranquilidad, muevan más la bola y hagan buenas cortinas. Si aquí hay un pick and roll, tú no te puedes ir, te tienes que quedar aquí para entonces jugar el motion por aquí.
Emiliano Cerez with the 5 points, Joaquin Rodriguez with 7, and Federico Haller with 8. Those three scores plus the 2 free throws from Ubal, giving Uruguay their 22-9 lead with just over 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Gaskins has to reach back to fetch that pass. Now Hicks, good pass across to Bishop, and then at the hoop, converted well by Ogilvy, the Panamanian captain. Ogilvy was with Astros de Jalisco in Mexico until their season ended back in November. Has come back to Caballos de Coclé in Panama. That look inside, and one. What an acrobatic hoop by Kirill Waxman. Ubal, great look. You see the vision from the youngster, and how that basket went in, I have no idea. Not entirely sure Waxman does either, but sometimes you fling it up there toward the hoop. And fortune favors the brave. The New York native, Waxman. He played college basketball at Iona in that part of the world. He left school in 2006. He's played in 3 different AmeriCup finals for Uruguay and converts the 3-point bucket here. biggest lead of the game for Uruguay at 14 points now. And full court pressure as well, with Hicks taking the inbound, finding Ogilvy. And this is Gaskins, the Alpharetta, Georgia native. Grew up in South Carolina, went to Georgia for high school. Driving the lane here. Unable to convert is Hicks. But he will go to the free throw line. Foul committed by Nicolas Borsellino. Hicks, former Lega A player in Italy, 6 years in Italy between 2003 and 2012. He played in the top Italian flight with Udine and Pesaro. His college basketball back with Texas A&M starting last century. As Hicks makes the second free throw. And it's immediately substituted out. So Uruguay front court is Rodriguez. Screen set by Metzger. Ubal driving down a blind alley though, losing possession. Better defense from Panama. They need more defensive possessions like that. Bishop back to Eugenio Luzcando into the game for the first time. Turnaround, nice floater by Ogilvy. 4 points for the Panamanian captain now. Lead is back down to 10. As Ubal showing his handle and fouled by Gino Luzcando. Ubal currently profiles as a guard, but he said if he puts on another 3 or 4 inches, he's going to become a proper stretch 4, stretch 5 sort of player. Needs to add some bulk to his frame as well, though. Still showing that great free throw shooting touch in Cali this Sunday and Monday weekend, if you want to call it that. And nearly intercepted and is saved very well by Metzger. Full court trap works, and then Ubal is fouled again, the last guy you want to put on the charity stripe. Don't let this kid shoot free throws. It's just going to kill you. Foul there by Bishop. And I've, of course, put the curse on him. Ubal mentioned he plays with the second team with Barcelona. It's a youth team in the Valencia League. Makes the second free throw, and Panama can, if they wish, hold for the final shots, but they can't because Luzcando with the offensive foul drawn by Ubal. Great hustle defending. Just over the half court line from Ubal. Getting position perfectly against Luzcando. And so it'll be Uruguay who can hold for one more shot with Ubal. Off the screen. 3-point look is well off the mark. Rebound taken by Ogilvy. Xavier missing, and that'll do it for the opening quarter. Very good quarter it was for Uruguay, the second place team in Group B, looking to cement their status. 28-15 the scoreline at the end of 10 minutes of action. here in the Coliseo Evangelista Mora. Uruguay 57% in total from the field. Panama only 6 of 17 themselves. As we look at some of the key moments from that opening quarter, it was Panama on the board first. A bucket inside for Gaskins. But then Rodriguez started his scoring burst. The and one inside. He finished the quarter with 7 points. That kind bounce favoring him as well. That man, though, Federico Haller, still leading all scorers in the game with 8 points. 2 of 2 from outside the arc, 1 of 1 from inside. Jaime Lloreda, his only basket of that game, of the quarter rather, on his only field goal attempt. Cerez from the corner, he finished the first quarter with 5 points. 10 fouls already committed by Panama in that opening quarter. Hicks with 2, Luscanda with 2. And 6 other players with 1 foul apiece. Already looking like a tricky road back into this game for the Panamanians. They have already qualified for their 13th FIBA AmeriCup finals. Best finish for them, a 4th place back in 1984. As Luscando trying to start the second quarter rather better than most of the first quarter went, and foul drawn inside by Hicks. Ubal committing the personal. Luscando still running the point. And another foul on the floor. It's going to be a very long game if the whistles keep blowing with this sort of regularity. Borsellino's second. Nicolas Borsellino yesterday against Paraguay had 4 fouls in only 6 minutes of action. So this is par for the course for him. As to the hoop, around the rim and out for Luscando. But 22 seconds into the second quarter, 3 fouls already against Uruguay. Still on the opening possession for Panama, and now Luscando get to shoot a couple of free throws. Luscando, a 68% free throw shooter in his NCAA career at Idaho State, where he averaged nearly 10 points a game and 4 rebounds. Division I school. This is the second here, though, and Uruguay's lead remains at 12 points. Borsellino still in the game with those 2 fouls as Ubal. This is swarming Panamanian defending. Ubal into the paint, but broken up, looking for Borsellino inside. Panama with the 12-7 rebounding advantage in the game so far. Got to make Uruguay miss some shots as that ball heaved. It falls in. That's going to count, apparently. Good grief. Referees, I think, blew the whistle expecting that that ball had gone out of play. But it'll count for Marcos Cabot over Lloreda off the top corner of the basket, and it falls in. Unbelievable. So the biggest lead of the game now, 15 points for Uruguay. And they say you'd rather be lucky than good. Well, Uruguay has been both thus far in this game. Muscando. Now to Ogilvy. Drives, draws contact, can't get the finish. But the rebound put back in by Lloreda. Third offensive rebound for Lloreda already in this game. He's got 5 rebounds overall. As a look inside for Rojas, Martin Rojas. Able to scoop the ball home. Rojas into the game with his first bucket. Now Ogilvy back to Hicks for 3. Yes! First 3-point basket of the game for Panama on 7 attempts. And if they can just get a stop or two and convert at the other end, they'll feel like they really are just about in this game. As inside, that's good defending. Denied at the rim, Borsellino. Ogilvy finds Hicks for 3. No. Rebound, though, very well taken back, and another 3-point look. That one goes right through. Bishop back to Luzcando. And there you go. The lead is only 9 now for Uruguay. It's 28-15 at the end of the first quarter. 6-0 run for Panama as Metzger fires for 3 and misses. Good hands on the parquet for Hicks and finding Ogilvy, but he will decide to kick it back outside. Hicks kicks for 3, short. Rebound taken by Uruguay. Shot missed that time by Luzcando. Rojas cleaning up the glass. Ubal now. He nearly ran into his own player. Borsellino rolling toward the hoop, colliding with his own player, and the foul called against Panama. So a couple of threes in for Panama as Ubal still down. Timeout taken with 6:19 left in the second. Already seen one pretty bad looking injury here in Cali this weekend. More on that in a moment. Let's listen to the Uruguayan bench.
Vamos, siga jugando, dale, dale. No paremos a defender, no paremos a defender, no paremos a defender.
Thankfully, Agustin Ubal seems to be okay. Saying before the break there that Maximo Fjellerup, the Argentinian shooting guard, who was off to a great first 2.5 quarters of Argentina's blowout win yesterday against Chile, He had what appeared to be an Achilles tear or some sort of non-contact injury, which left him to be carried off the floor. At least Ubal able to make it to the sideline under his own recognizance. It's that shot missing from the far wing. Panama again a chance to cut into this Uruguayan lead. Rojas cold from the field for Uruguay. Trevor Gaskins back in, tricks his way through, three-pointer far corner missed by Ogilvy. Beg your pardon, it was Bishop missing from three. And a good steal by Tony Bishop. And there he is with the ball again inside, but can't finish off the glass. Waxman, right-handed hook shot, no. Rebound to Bishop. Uruguayan offense going a little bit cold here. Ayarza back in, cross to Hicks. Gaskins for three. Rainbow is right through. Huge arc on that three-point look for Trevor Gaskins. And we have a game now. It's a 6-point lead for Uruguay, but to the hoop at the other end. Easy pickings that time for Cabot. He's got 5 points now. Stemming the Panamanian tide just a little bit. Another three-point shot missed. Boxing out inside, Waxman with the board. Waxman at the other end. Deflected off the left hand of Bishop. Looking for Rojas. There's the bump on Ubal causing the injury, and he is still being looked at. Corner three from Rodriguez, yes! Rodriguez into double figures, the first to 10 points in this game on either team. Oh, a nice little step into the paint, but missing the bunny was Ogilvy. Ball last touched by Rodriguez, though, so Panama keeps possession. As a swift 5-0 run restores Uruguay's lead to double figures. Gaskins against Rojas. Leading him a merry dance. The corner three short. Jumping up in frustration there, Ayarza. Carlos C.J. Rodriguez actually was who missed that three into the game. Oh, a pretty look inside the dime to Waxman. Rodriguez scoring and passing exceptionally well in this game thus far. Bishop, fade away, in, off the rim and glass. So big basket there for Panama, stopping the 7-0 run for Uruguay. Rodriguez flashing, but instead the kick comes near side to Rojas for three. Rojas still shooting. Now with 5 points in the game for him. And timeout taken by Panama with Uruguay's lead quickly back up to 14 points.
Los que lo galdean lo tiran para la derecha. Pero si ganamos ahí, él va a tener que ir para la izquierda. Pero no, lo llevamos para la derecha. Lo llevamos para la derecha. Entonces, penetración. ¿Entiendes? desesperación. No podemos pararlo. Coño, el que está aquí ahora tiene que salir, meterse aquí, y el que va defendiéndolo a él va para allá. Pero no hablan. Los que están lejos de la bola, Ayarza, no se metan aquí, por favor. Porque ellos van a penetrar y la bola va a ir para acá. La ayuda que nos tienen que dar otros, ustedes van aquí, pero no se metan tanto los 3 segundos.
See some examples of the great court vision being shown in this game by Team Uruguay, the Celeste. Making Panama blue on defense a little bit in this game. See Josimar Ayarza back in. And Rodriguez still on the floor, and he'll bring the ball up court. 2.5 minutes left in this first half. Bishop. Back to Rodriguez. Gaskins. From 18 feet, yes. Gaskins now with 9. And the bump on Rodriguez. Frustration on court and bench. Foul called against CJ Rodriguez. Quick switch, nice pass, and the finish from Waxman. Waxman now with 7 points. Lloreda finding Bishop for the reverse. Cabot going toward the hoop, but contact made, foul drawn. Marcos Cabot with in his 3rd spell with Defensor Sporting Club in Uruguay. Played the last 3 seasons with Malvin. Had 22 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds yesterday against Paraguay. Part of that comeback win for Los Charruas. Cabot again with the ball. Good look baseline, but swatted back from Rodriguez. Second effort not in this time from Waxman. Quick transition, Rodriguez kicking for 3 in the corner, but missing was Bishop. And then at the other end, foul called, and that'll be unsportsmanlike. As to the ground goes Ceres. So awkward looking fall there for Emiliano Ceres. And the foul against Rodriguez will give Uruguay 2 free throws plus the ball. As you see that soaring shot block from Bishop. Feel like the unsportsmanlike call there more based on the result of the play rather than the actual infraction. Did look to me like Rodriguez was playing the ball, but both free throws drained by Ceres, and Uruguay 49 seconds left in the half. And we'll get the ball with a 14-point lead. Looking a little gimpy as he comes to the sideline, Ceres. Haller back out on the floor. Nearly a steal, but open look for Rodriguez for 3 again. Joaquin Rodriguez. Perfect from the field. And that was steal. Down the court and a little bit sloppy in transition there for Uruguay. 3-on-1 now for Panama. And Lloreda, no problems for him. Still, Uruguay hitting the half-century mark. Chance for one more. Rodriguez. He's got to shoot now. Instead, whips inside. The reverse in for Waxman. Huh. Everyone expecting Rodriguez to fire. But Waxman was ready. And Uruguay pretty finish to a very effective first half of basketball. Just waiting for confirmation that the basket will count, and it will. So we go to the halftime interval with Uruguay leading Panama 52-35. Uruguay very much the team in form. Maybe helped them to play yesterday. Panama supposed to be playing Brazil. That game canceled because Brazil never made it to Colombia. And Uruguay had the comeback win yesterday, and they have pushed forward. It was close at one point. It was as close as 6 points in that second quarter. But Uruguay ending the half on a 19-8 run and matching their biggest lead at 17. Highlights from the first half. Game started well for Gaskins, but Rodriguez quickly to the hoop, starting his run of 13 points and 2 assists in the first half. Bit of fortune on that jumper for Rodriguez, who was 5 of 7 from the field, 3 of 3 from three-point range. Holler with 8 points and only just over 8 minutes of PT for him. Lloreda at the other end, a perfect 3 of 3 from the field and 5 rebounds for his 6 points. Emiliano Cerez with 7 points, 1 of 2 from the field, 4 of 4 from the line. Martin Rojas with 5 points in the first half. He only played just under 7.5 minutes. Had 3 rebounds as well. Marcos Cabot, 5 points and 7 dimes, as well as a pair of steals in the first half for Uruguay. Rodriguez with a pretty dish to Waxman, who has 9 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists himself. Uruguay with 15 assists as a team, Panama only 6, and that really, in one stat, kind of showcases the difference between the two teams. Panama still with the rebound advantage, 21-14. But when you look at the stat sheet, that's slightly misleading because both teams have 13 defensive rebounds. Uruguay shot so well, they've only picked up 1 offensive rebound afterwards. So Panama having to crash the glass with their lower field goal percentage. You see the final basket right before the first half expired. Waxman putting a bow on a pretty performance in the first half for Uruguay. Mentioned him already, the leading scorer, Joaquin Rodriguez, in that first half. 5 of 7 from the field in total. A +20 plus-minus rating. Only Cerez and Waxman better at +22 in the first half for Uruguay. Starting 5 ended the first half together on the court. And Rodriguez 3 of 3 with 1 shot bouncing kindly from three-point land in that first half, and 2 of 4 from inside the arc. Missed his only free throw attempt. Always something to work on as a player like Rodriguez, the 21-year-old, continues to perfect his craft. Another player to watch for Uruguay, the Argentinian-based player with Obras Sanitarias. He played last year with Estudiantes Concordia in Argentina. As for Panama, their leading scorer in the first half was Trevor Gaskins, the man who opened the scoring, the South Carolina-born resident of Georgia in high school. He played his high school ball in Alpharetta, north of the capital of Atlanta. Played his college basketball 3 years at Ole Miss in the SEC and a year at Louisiana Tech, where he averaged nearly 12 points per game. And that rainbow three helping bring Panama back into the game in that second quarter. But Panama still trails by the 17 points at halftime, despite Gaskins' pretty decent performance. He had 17 points in the first fixture between these two teams back in November. He'll need more than that in this game for Panama to rally. We're going to pause now to see some highlights from earlier in the AmeriCup.
Still has time, whips it in. What a decision that was. Leads to the layup for Borsellino. And led by their kids, Uruguay looking tough now, folks.
Rebound to Vildoza. In the paint, the stuff. Good look, finding Galizzi. Chorio into the lane, swatted away by Trocha. Pride wounded by that fall. On a steal by Agueda. Fjellerup, the no-look pass, that is pretty for Agueda. What will be the biggest margin of victory by far in Group A action as Colmenares hanging on the rim for emphasis. Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to the Coliseo Evangelista Mora in Cali, Colombia, on a somewhat humid day here in central Colombia. I'm Darren Kilfera, and a little bit of rain around outside and raining down baskets for Uruguay inside this building. 59% from the field in that first half. And it's going to be a long way back for Panama if they want to contend in this game. It was Uruguay who had the big third quarter performance yesterday against Paraguay in their previous game here in Cali. Joaquin Rodriguez, just the 7 points yesterday against Paraguay in 24 minutes of action. But already 13 points here tonight, or this afternoon, I should say. Rodriguez played nearly 16 minutes of that first half. And for Panama, only 40% from the field. 4 of 6 from the free throw line for Panama. 10 of 14 for Uruguay. So Uruguayans really getting the ball inside effectively. They actually have fewer points in the paint, but they have more points from turnovers. 7 fast break points to only 2 for Panama. And as you see, Trevor Gaskins just standing up, getting ready for the Panamanian huddle. Panama much later back out onto the floor than Uruguay. The start of the second half. Some strong words you suspect in the locker room from Flor Melendez Montañez, Panamanian head coach. Melendez Montañez led Obras Sanitarias in Argentina to the FIBA Intercontinental Cup all the way back in 1983. He was hospitalized last March with COVID, Melendez Montañez. His wife also contracted the virus, and so he knows more than most exactly why the bubble is necessary here in this qualifying window in Colombia. As Uruguay inbounds to start the second half, trying to build upon what is already their biggest lead of the game. Cabot, 7 dimes already in the game for him. Rodriguez, that's a wild pass. Easy interception there. Gaskins firing for 3 and missing. Rebound falls to Rodriguez, and he pushes the ball front court and scores. Rodriguez picking up where he left off from the field in the first half. And pocket picked. Bishop losing out, but at the other end, foul has been called. You can understand the complaints of Bishop. This is the coast-to-coast drive from Rodriguez immediately prior. Bishop called for the foul. Non-shooting foul called, which is a little bit curious, so maybe splitting the baby on that one. As Holler for 3, misses. Rebound, it is last off of Waxman. He's not happy, but the New York native will have to retreat as Panama gets the basketball. Panama looking a little bit static and leaden-footed here at the start of the second half. That's a bit better ball movement. The three-point shot, those shorts. Not a good stroke there from deep for Giron. Daniel Giron with a miss. And now the little floater, almost a set shot again there from Federico Haller. And the charge drawn by Cabot. So several charges taken by the Uruguayan defenders, and that one well earned, as Gaskins not aware of the man in front of him. Frustration for Melendez Montañez. Not the quick start to the second half that Panama would have wanted. Wraparound pass, corner three is rattling out. Unlucky there for Haller. Doesn't get much liftoff on his jump shots, Haller. But he's a good shooter all the same, as Bishop. Difficult fadeaway step back. It's missed. Shot taken by Giron again. He's struggling from the field. And inside the block. That's better for Panama. Gaskins now tricking his way through, but a wild layup attempt. And here's Rodriguez. Pull up for three. Knew that was off straight after he released. No one there to rebound, so Panama can try again. Drawing contact, not able to get the hoop is Lloreda, but he will go to the line for 2 free throws. Foul on Waxman, his second. Lloreda misses the first. Not a good free throw shooter historically. Under 60% from the line in his professional career. He's a big body banging inside. That's his specialty, but can't convert those. It's going to hurt your overall resume. Panama does get the rebound, though. Giron off the left wing. 13-footer misses. Rebound Waxman. Ignacio Xavier. Haven't seen a lot of him in this game thus far. Ball stolen by Gaskins. He will go up and fail to score. Just a little bit slow to accelerate after getting the steal there, Gaskins. Inside, I think that was a diagram play from the start. You saw Rodriguez tapping his head as he came front court. Foul on Ogilvy, his second of the game. No fewer than 7 players with 2 personal fouls in the game for Panama. And that kick outside missing the intended target, Waxman. At the 6th turnover of the game for Team Uruguay. You see Ubal, he was running up and down the side of the court, just testing out his gimpy leg there toward the end of the halftime break. And it looks like he's going to check back into the game. Not sure how Barcelona will feel about that after seeing the way he went down as Giron gets the floater to fall off the front rim. They've got a big lead. They don't need Ubal back in the game, but Ruben Magnano knows what he's doing. Locksman baseline. Around the house as we go, it's Rodriguez underneath, looking for Haller, but the pass broken up by Bishop. And now Gaskins the lob, but not finished at the rim. Bishop goes down. He will go to the line. Prettier play in conception than execution for Panama, but they will have a chance to get a couple of free throws here. Cerez underneath the basket. He just stood there, and I guess they've called that unsportsmanlike because he made no attempt to play the shot, as all the same Bishop misses the free throw. I keep getting confused by the habit of not contesting the first of the two free throws. That was not an unsportsmanlike foul called. Just a normal two shots, and Bishop missed them both. So Ubal back into the game. Good to see him up and running. Cerez into the corner for three. Good shot for Federico Haller. He's into double figures now with 11 points. And Uruguay has stretched their lead to 20, 57-37. Ogilvy, that's a good dish. Bishop and one. Tony Bishop Jr. with a pair of double-doubles in the first two games in Group B against Paraguay. Had 18 points against Brazil and 13 points and 8 boards against Uruguay on the 20th of November. Gets the free throw here. Still a long road to hoe for the Panamanians. And Xavier to Cerez. Far side Ubal for three, short. Rebound falls to Bishop. Bishop all the way, and the layup and in. And Ruben Magnano has seen enough for the moment. A little 5-point run for Bishop, and Panama back within 15 points. Timeout taken by Uruguay.
No jueguen con 15 puntos de diferencia. Estos equipos tienen la cualidad de darte buenos resultados en 3 minutos. Están haciendo una zona press, y después se van a zona, ¿sí? ¿Estamos de acuerdo? Entonces hacemos 32 y lo atacamos con puño allá. Recuerden lo que dije en puño, cuando fue en puño, el 4 no va a recibir. El 4, claro, el 4 no va a ir al pick and roll, va a venir y se va a parar acá, y él le va a pasar al 1 para que el 5 juegue el pick and roll.
Volvemos después.
This basketball game not quite beyond Panama just yet. They try and improve their FIBA World Ranking ahead of the AmeriCup finals next year. These two nations, the 9th and 10th ranked teams in Latin America, or in the Americas, I should say, in the FIBA rankings. Uruguay at 43rd in the world, Panama 47th. And that cutoff between 9th and 10th might make a difference depending on how the groups are structured next September in the finals, as Haller shoots for three again and hits. Just can't leave him that open. Holler given space to line up the three-point shot. He's not so good when firing contested threes. But a quick timeout taken by Panama after that Holler three-point bucket.
¿Entendieron? Todos quedamos acá. Mira, si la bola viene para acá, oigan lo que les digo, oigan lo que les digo. La bola viene para acá, todo lo que tienen que dar es un paso, ya yo estoy cubierto. Si este de aquí se mete con el grande al frente, nos jodimos aquí. Quédense aquí y Lloreda que cubra esto. Estos cuatro cubren las áreas de afuera y Lloreda cubre esto. Para que vean. Porque ellos tienen cuatro jugadores aquí y nosotros tenemos uno en el pivot y nosotros tenemos los mismos jugadores.
Se abren esos 8 y dale, los ponemos en 10, poco a poco, vamos.
Uruguay 60, Panama 42 our score here in Cali. Little ways from the Pacific coastline of Colombia, about central, perfectly halfway north and south in the country, this city. As Giron with the basketball for Panama. Gaskins to Lloreda. Ogilvy, 5 on the shot clock. Now he goes and he's bumped on the floor. Cerez claiming ownership of the foul. Might have been Waxman, would be his third if so. But the foul called against Ubal. That'll be the teenager's third foul of the game. Giron. Gaskins, 2 on the shot clock. He's got to fire. He does, and he misses, but the rebound to Bishop. And Bishop contacted by Cerez. And that'll be enough to send Tony Bishop Jr. to the free throw line, with Uruguay now in the penalty. Martina Rojas checking back into the game. That was the third personal foul of Cerez as well for Uruguay. Bishop, native of Garland, Texas, a suburb northeast of Dallas. Panamanian citizenship, as the second free throw missed. And Bishop trying very hard to save the possession for Panama, but cannot do so. Ubal back to Martin Rojas. Spinning near side to Xavier. Holler now. Invited to drive, pulls up from 12 feet, misses, rebound taken by Gaskins. In the corner, Bishop looks inside, backing in Ogilvy. Tough shot off the window and down. Just under 3 minutes left in this third quarter. Panama still just about within touching distance. Ubal. Nice cut. Rojas. They're going to call a jump ball on that possession, so it'll go to Panama. Good hands for Jaime Lloreda underneath. He was a second-team All-SEC player, as I mentioned, back in 2004. David Lee was one of his compatriots on that second-team All-SEC squad picked by the coaches. Lee played for Florida at the time. Long, successful NBA career for him, prominently with the New York Nets. And it does rather age Jaime Lloreda a bit, though. It's an open look for 3. It's short. Rebound, though, back to Gaskins, and now Hicks. Gaskins will drive. Wild shot, but grabbed by Ureda. And that's a high percentage look, which goes in for Ogilvy. And Panama just creeping back within 13 points now. 5-0 run for Panama. Uruguay's lead was as big as 20 at one stage in this third quarter. Over and back the call. I think that was touch, surely, by one of the Panamanians. Frustration both ways from both coaches. I'm just going to talk this through and make sure they make the right decision. Leandro Lescano, the Argentinian crew chief. Watch this. Oh, that could have gone either way. It has favored Uruguay, the call. 7 seconds remaining on the shot clock. So they've got a ways to go to get a good shot opportunity here, but at least they do retain possession on the referee mistake, as they have decided. They've got to go. Cabot and the foul. Well, that's clumsy. Or did they call a kick? Shot clock has been reset to 14, so either way, another chance. Ubal. Cabot. Ubal drives. Tough shot off the window and down. So Ubal now with 7 points. Gaskins the corner three. He misses. And maybe that's just the momentum stunted for Panama. Ubal shot fake. Has to carry on. Now he's pushed by Ogilvy. That'll be the 4th team foul for Panama in this third quarter. So not yet shooting Uruguay. Had that one foul to give. All alone, can't leave Metzger that wide open, but the tip, 2 shots missed. Waxman it was with the offensive board, and then Gaskins and one. So Uruguay with 2 golden looks, golden opportunities to extend their lead. They missed them both. Metzger missed the 3-pointer. Waxman missed the tip. And Ubal with his 4th foul. And a lane violation called against Uruguay off the Gaskins miss. So he gets another chance, and he does trim down the Uruguayan lead to 12. Inside the final minute of the third quarter. We might yet have some drama here in this first of 3 games in Cali today. This game in Group B, 2 other games in Group A to take place here later on. And contact made, foul called. Smacking his head pretty strongly there, Michael Hicks. The 44-year-old Hicks, he's only played just under 11 minutes in this game. Has been effective though, 7 points, 3 rebounds, 3 personal fouls after that contact made. And Cabot making the first of 2 free throws. And the second as well, around the rim and in. Gaskins against smaller Cabot now. And the steal. And then nearly returning the favor was Hicks to Rojas, but Rojas with the thievery, and Uruguay a chance now to perhaps hold for the final shot of the third quarter. Quick hands from Bishop, so Uruguay will have to try again. Metzger back to Rodriguez. 10 seconds left in the quarter. Rodriguez from 24 feet long. Rebound taken by Ayarza. And the clock will expire before Ayarza can heave a desperation toss. So Panama did trail by 17 points at halftime. The lead is cut to 14 at the end of 30 minutes. Uruguay 64, Panama 50. Our score through 3/4 time. Panama struggling from outside. You see the 3 of 21 shooting from deep. Look at some of the highlights of this third quarter. The difference with Uruguay shooting so much better from beyond the arc. 10 of 22, 45% from the three-point range for them. Being led by Joaquin Rodriguez, 15 points now for him. He's 3 of 5 from outside the three-point line. And Federico Haller joining the party. He's 4 of 6 from deep. 14 points, 3 rebounds for him. 2 Panamanians in double figures now. Gaskins up to 12 points, but only on 5 of 15 shooting. And he himself is 1 of 6 from outside the arc. Bishop Jr. with 10 points. 0 of 3 from deep, but 4 of 6 from closer in. We have seen a 17-point fourth quarter comeback in AmeriCup qualifying during this current window. It was U.S. Virgin Islands rallying from 17 down to the Dominican Republic. And I think it was back on Thursday. On Friday, I should say, they went on to force overtime before falling to the Dominican Republic in that game. So it's possible for Panama here. But they will need a fast start, you feel, in this fourth quarter. Uruguay will start with the ball. It's Cabot picking up his dribble a long way from home. Set on the shot clock for Rodriguez. 16-footer short, rebound to Ureda. Ayarza to Jaime Ureda. Ureda now with position, but kicks far side. Open three-point look is in. Only the 4th shot from deep to go down. In this game, it's scored by Hicks. And it's an 11-point contest. Can hear the urgency from the 2 benches now. No crowd, but still plenty of intensity in this building. As Cabot misses. Rebound boxed out, taken by Ayarza. Can they cut the lead to single figures for the first time since the second quarter? They can. Tony Bishop Jr. Chance for a three-point play. Last time it was this close, it was 35-27. Less than halfway into the second quarter. And it's again down to 8 points on the three-point play for Bishop. He's up to 13 points now to lead all Panamanian scorers. Rodriguez to Cabot. Cabot backing off with 6 on the shot clock. Now into the paint. Finds Metzger for 3. No. Is that a push underneath? It was not called as such, but they say that Rojas had a foot on the baseline as he tried to save that basketball. So momentum firmly with Team Panama right now. Bishop. Ureda to Gaskins, who drives. He's bumped. Can't finish. But he'll go to the line for 2 free throws. Borsellino with the foul. Not been a good game for Nicholas Borsellino. 3 fouls and 1 rebound. His 2 contributions to the box score thus far. Gaskins makes the first. A former Maccabi Haifa player in Israel. Makes them both. As you see Team Argentina waiting in the wings. They will be facing Colombia next up on this court. But right now it's La Celeste and not La Albiceleste in action. And they are struggling a little bit now. Cabot into the corner. Rojas inside. Ureda with the strip. 7 on the shot clock for Uruguay. Go long to Borsellino. Good job to free up the three-point shot, but it's short from Rodriguez. Bishop for 3. Got it! Huh. The Uruguayan lead is down to only 3. Big rally in progress from Panama. Rodriguez, Uruguay now needs a basket. Baseline Rojas kicks inside and getting the roll, Borsellino. First points of the game for him, and they were sorely needed by Los Charruas. Few whistles here as Gaskins kicks to Hicks. Hicks from the elbow. Short. Rebound to Metzger. Second unit out on the court for Ruben Magnano. He might need to start bringing the heavy artillery back in. But Cabot pulls up for 3. That's no good. And a shove underneath. Spotted and called against Borsellino. So now 4 fouls on Borsellino. 4 fouls yesterday for the Peñarol player and 4 fouls today. It was 64-50 at the end of the third quarter. That ball last touched by Rodriguez. Plenty of time for a patient offensive possession here for Panama. Difficult spot from which to inbound the ball. But Gaskins easily found. Inside Hicks, tries to dish. Gets it back and Gaskins penetrates. Kicks to Ayarza, he goes in and scores. Wasn't the most balletic of drives for Josimar Ayarza. But the well-traveled 33-year-old makes it a three-point game again. Cabot. Corner to Rodriguez. His progress checked well by Panama. 2 on the shot clock. The heave, not in. Rebound Bishop. Panama to tie the game. Gaskins, he's well off. And out of bounds for the whistle in Uruguay's favor. Plenty of frustration on Ruben Magnano's face. And he takes a timeout with Uruguay's lead trimmed to 3.
Lo mismo te expliqué hará 15 minutos atrás. Lo mismo en la tabla. Veo que presten atención, no la estamos metiendo. Aparte le estamos cagando de tirar. Agarramos un tiro y nos cagamos a tirar el segundo. Si hago puño es porque la ventaja la tenemos para tu tiro o para tu pase. Primer pase para el lado del 4. ¿Sí? Cambio. Vengo. Segundo pase, tercer pase. Kirill, te quedas ahí. Sí. En el primer pase el 4 sube el poste alto. Va la bola ahí. Va la bola ahí. La bola al 5 donde sea. Primer corte del 4, segundo corte, segundo corte. Dale, que lo cerramos bien, dale. Vamos ganando nosotros, dale. Vamos a levantar esa cabeza, dale. Vamos a ponernos duro. Dale, dale.
Very firm instruction coming from the Uruguayan brain trust of Magnano, Edgardo Kogan, and Javier Isis. Tony Bishop Jr. now leading Panama, leading all scorers in the game with those 16 points. 8 rebounds and 5 assists as well for Bishop. Rodriguez plays catch on the perimeter. And no one to pass back to with Cabot moving left side. Walksman back in. It's good ball movement, but the clock ticking down as Rodriguez drives and shoots wildly. Did not hit the rim. So the shot clock violation is called. The clock atop that scoreboard continued to tick, by the way. I think we've got the clock right on our screen. As pass back outside, Ayarza drives. Draws contact and one! Josimar Ayarza getting Rojas to bite on the fake. And then Rojas drawn in again, leaning in for the contact and a free throw to tie the game. Panama all the way back with still nearly half of the final quarter remaining. (16-2) for Panama, the scoring in this fourth quarter. Rodriguez, 4 on the shot clock, into the paint. The floater, no, the rebound. Ogilvie for Panama. Gaskins now, a chance for Panama to take their first lead since the very start of the game. Ogilvie, the reverse in! Panama led 2-0. Now it's 68-66. And the strip and the steal for Hicks, who can't finish, but the rebound in for Ayarza again. Goodness gracious. Ogilvy, I thought that was the key basket, but Hicks missing the easy layup. But look at Gaskins with the follow-up. It was not Ayarza, it was Gaskins, and he will go to the line now. Technical foul has been called on Emiliano Ceres. So Gaskins drains that one. And this run for Panama continues. Now 21-2 in this fourth quarter. Uruguay, the big comeback yesterday against Paraguay. Are they getting a bit tired now as contact underneath? Foul called against Tony Bishop Jr. Third foul on Bishop, who now trails Gaskins in the scoring stakes. 4 players for Panama in double figures. Gaskins 17, Bishop 16, Hicks and Ogilvy each with 10. A Euro step and not the kind roll there. Shot missed by Ceres, but the foul on Ogilvy, his 4th. They don't have the depth that Uruguay does, so they will need to keep their best players on the floor right to the end here. Rodriguez swarming outside, but Haller for 3, got it! Huge basket for Federico Haller. Lead is cut to 2. Ayarza over to Ogilvy. Three-point look in for Panama. Hicks, the clenched fist. Hicks now with 13. 2.5 to play. It's a 5-point Panamanian advantage. Rodriguez. Locksman turns. 3 on the shot clock. Tough effort. It doesn't hit the rim. And the shot clock violation again called. Hicks with the shot clock ticking down for Panama. Rodriguez missing the bunny at the other end. And a timeout will be taken. What a swing we have seen over the last 7 minutes and 44 seconds here.
Si sale el 5 con Fede, iba a ganar adentro.
Vamos a ir con 12 a ver si podemos correr, ya que no la metemos en ataque fijo, corramos. Cuando le pedí el ataque con la bola interior era para tener 4 acá, un exterior acá, el 5 acá, un exterior acá y un exterior acá. La bola entraba ahí, cortaba el primero y cortaba el segundo. No lo pudimos hacer nunca. Los mata la adrenalina, los mata, no pueden pensar.
Vale, muchachos.
En ataque. Escuchá, si jugás para el lado del 4, abrite y te hundís. Si jugás para el lado del 5,
See those highlights of Josimar Ayarza really coming into his own here in this fourth quarter. Just the 6 points in the game. 5 of them coming down the stretch here. As Marcos Cabot back into the game. Just the 7 points for him tonight after the 22 yesterday in the comeback win against Paraguay. And suddenly Uruguay needs a defensive stop here. Panama leading by 5. Gaskins will take his sweet time. Calls out the screen from Ogilvy, then shoots for 3. That was not a high percentage look in the circumstances. And Cabot tripped up, drawing the foul. Ayarza's second. Panama still with fouls to give. Sure, that instruction would have been given by Flor Melendez Montañez on the Panamanian bench. Drive down the lane, hanging but missing. Cerez going cold from the field in this second half. Panama bucket would be monstrous here. Gaskins. Little hero ball, but kicks far side. Open look, has to be taken, but it's missed. And now a foul backcourt. Hicks with his 4th foul. Didn't seem to want to take that shot on the far side. It's being said that it was Hicks that took it. I don't think it was, though. Might have been Ayarza with the 3-point look, as Uruguay at the other end. Missing the bunny, Rodriguez. And Panama, only 1 minute remaining, but stepping on the sideline was Hicks, so that's a big turnover. The veteran Hicks acknowledging his mistake. And Panama averaged 21 turnovers per game in the previous window in Buenos Aires, only the 11 in this game. It's Holler outside. Uruguay must score here surely. 3-point look, missed. Rebound inside, Waxman battling but can't gather. 35 seconds left. Can Panama complete the comeback? Gaskins. Far side, Hicks for 3. No. And underneath. Foul called with 21.4 seconds left. And the foul is called against Uruguay and Rodriguez. Or is it? I think it might have been Gaskins. I beg your pardon. No, it was definitely Rodriguez. So the first free throw in for Bishop. And Panama looks like they're going to complete a highly improbable victory here. Second free throw missed, but inside fighting and getting his own rebound is Bishop. He's thrown away though, so as Ubal looks on, Uruguay can't quite believe it. They need a 3, a steal, and another 3 here. Going in the wrong direction, and the steal by Bishop. Bishop slams home the victory for Panama. And the block shot, but the foul called. Nearly the exclamation mark for Panama. on a quite amazing victory this is going to be. Bishop with the swipe. Not the liftoff he once had, Bishop, the 31-year-old, getting the slam, though. And so 8 points the difference. Just a consolation trip to the line for Cerez, who, as I said, he's gone cold in this second half. He's only 1 of 5 from the field now. What a shocking turn of events. Uruguay has scored 5 points in this fourth quarter. Make it 6 with the free throw from Cerez. But Panama outscoring them 27-6 in the fourth. Cerez makes the second, but surely it's all academic now, although the timeout is taken by Ruben Magnano and Uruguay.
A nosotros un canasto de 2 nos vale. Es lo que necesitamos, un canasto de 2. No necesitamos triple. No necesitamos triple. ¿Entiendes? ¿Entiendes? Mike la va a sacar de ahí. Mike, tú vas a sacar de ahí. ¿Ok? ¿Entiendes?
Creo que lleva a zona.
Ayarza tú aquí.
Ayarza.
Nosotros 3 aquí. Todos aquí. Todos aquí. El primero va a ir ahí. Este es trébol. Este es trébol. Este va a ser esto. Este va a ser esto. Y aquí va el pico para esto. Cuando la dé, este va a brincar aquí. Aquí, míralo aquí. Si Trevor la tiene, el que llegó aquí, hágale un bascrín a este para que venga. Hey, penetrate. Open up. Abran la cancha. Open up. Penetrate.
So the timeout actually taken by Flor Melendez Montañez for Panama, just to make sure no slip-ups here right at the death of what is going to be a famous victory for Panama. They might be looking at the points difference between the two sides, looking to finish second in the group, because they lost by 7 points in the first matchup, 74-67 against Uruguay. So they need a basket here to win the aggregate duel. And the tip not in as Gaskins missed. So a little late plot twist, ultimately meaningless, except for the Group B final standings perhaps. But Panama with the victory. Such an improbable result coming into this final quarter. They trailed by 14 points with 10 minutes to go, and they run out 77-71 winners. Who could have seen this coming? You see Panama, that advantage on the glass. It did tell in the end. It didn't look like it might, but 14 offensive rebounds in the game for Panama. And they've come a long way to play just the one game here. They were supposed to have 2 contests. Their game against Brazil yesterday canceled. But it turns out to have all been worth it, as maybe Uruguay just ran out of steam, having expended so much energy in their own comeback win last night against Paraguay. Tony Bishop Jr. leading all scorers in the game with 19 points. Gaskins with 17, Hicks with 13, Ogilvie with 10. The 4 players in double figures for Panama. Uruguay, Holler leading the way with 17. Rodriguez with 15, but he cooled off noticeably late in the game. As we take a look at some of the highlights from that second half. Rodriguez was on fire at the start of the third quarter. There were no real signs of a Panamanian comeback. They trailed by as many as 20 points at 57-37 in the third quarter. That was the largest lead of the game for Uruguay, who led for more than 32.5 minutes of the game. Saw Ogilvy there, the Panamanian captain, finishing with 10 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and fouling out with the 5 fouls. But Gaskins helping to supercharge the Panamanian offense. Their other scorers, Lloreda with 6, but he also had 7 rebounds, 3 assists, and a bigger presence in the game than the simple stats might account for. That was the 3-point play for Bishop that made such a big difference. And the 3-point look for Bishop. And you could tell that Panama just did believe. The Uruguayan offense just struggling. That left-hander from Borsellino, his only points of the game. But Ayarza with 2 big baskets down the stretch, that drive, and then this subsequent one where he got Rojas in the air and then drew contact for the 3-point play. A great team effort from Panama. It wasn't a one-man show by any means. Mixing things up, Ogilvy, the reverse layup. And just keeping them in front. Then the steal laid on by Hicks. Driving to the hoop, missing, but Gaskins the putback to seal the deal in this game for Panama. You had the 3-pointer for Hicks as well. That was ultimately the coup de grace. And enough to see Panama home in a really amazing game of basketball in Cali. Updated Group B standings. Panama up to 3rd, but ahead of Paraguay. I'm Darren Kilfair. Thanks for being with us here in this FIBA AmeriCup 22 qualifying game. So long for now. 2 more games still to come here in Cali later on.
Important player of the game, on wonderful comeback, wonderful comeback, 27-7 in the last quarter, emotions, feelings about the game, and that wonderful win.
Yeah, I just want to say thank God, and Uruguay is a great team. They always come ready and well prepared to play.